At least they're on our side right now, the so-called slaughter bots, robots trained to kill on the battlefield. We showed you the video back then in December. It seemed like something out of a movie for a battlefield. Well, San Francisco police might be using robots just like them very soon. Supervisors just gave city police the ability to use potentially lethal remote-controlled robots in emergency situations. The department could deploy robots equipped with explosive charges to contact, incapacitate, or disorient violent, armed, or dangerous suspects when lives are at stake. You can imagine how this could get, I don't know, just a little out of hand. Ian Samuels here, fellow and law lecturer at Harvard, former clerk for the late Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia. It's good to see you, Ian. Boy, like for a country that has due process and all that kind of stuff, a killer robot just seems to fall right in line with the Constitution.
San Francisco really hasn't taken well to Elon Musk moving to town, have they? And they're supposed to be such a gentle people up there. Also, I feel like I'm the only one that's seen the movie RoboCop. What is this, like ED 209? This doesn't go well. This is the premise of every single sci-fi movie about how the robots turn on us. And I'm just not sure that they're watching enough movies up there in the Bay Area.
Okay, so how does this go? If you listen to the people from San Francisco, right, it's okay, this is humans controlling the robots. The robot can't do anything until you press the button, on and on. They did this in Dallas once, right? There was the guy who had shot, I think it was 5 or 6 police officers and killed him. He was holed up. You're not going to send police officers into a situation like that. They sent in a robot that basically just blew the guy to smithereens.
Right.
If that's not an extrajudicial killing, I don't know what is. And if San Francisco, of all places.
Yeah, it definitely is. And I want you to pay attention to something because this is going to unfold over the next few years. There's always a justification for the introduction of these technologies that seems reasonable at the time and even is reasonable. So where did SWAT teams come from, for example? SWAT teams came from the situation of a clock tower shooter. Remember when we used to talk about that, getting so mad you'd climb up on a clock tower? Well, there was these teams invented that could handle something like that, and police departments started to have them. But the thing is that most places don't have clock tower shooters, and most places don't have guys who are barricading themselves into, everything but robot-proof enclosures where you've got to send some little bomb droid in there to go get them. But once you have this stuff, it's not just going to sit around, because not to put too fine a point on it, these officers and police departments want to use this stuff, right? Once they've already paid for it, they want to get some use out of it. And so it's not going to be restricted to whatever the justifying reason for the expenditure is. It'll be used whenever basically the department wants to. And there's very little public oversight. It's actually surprising that there's even public authorization in the first place for this, because usually what police departments do is they just do whatever they want. The only thing that has to be approved is their budget. And good luck cutting that, right? We know what happens if you're going to try that one. So,
Yeah. You make a great point that all of a sudden now we're using SWAT teams for everything, right?
To deliver drug warrants, right?
Well, right, and less than that, it's all of a sudden there's an FBI team that arrested a guy who was a pastor who had been charged with non-violently barricading an abortion clinic or something like that, and all of a sudden now here we go. To that end, though, where does the line get drawn? Is it then end up being up to the courts after the police use this to kill somebody?
Well, it's going to be very hard, right? Because courts are not in a good position to set forward-looking policies that govern police procedures. They're actually terrible at doing that. All the court can do is say that in this or that instance, under the Eighth Amendment, killing by the police department was or wasn't a reasonable use of force. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. And they defer to the police in a lot of circumstances. But what a court can't really do, at least not a federal court under the Fourth Amendment, is sort of take a look at the police's procedures and policies and say, well, does this make sense? Because part of the reason for that is a lot of times police departments have no written procedures. They don't have a manual or anything governing this. What they have are the practices of that police department. And so what is there to review? So it's really an area where you can't, just like you were talking about in the segment earlier, you can't rely on the courts to bail you out on this one. You actually have to write affirmative rules in advance and make some decisions about whether you're going to want to authorize it.
I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachaha, Kodash. I want to give double honors to the head apostle, Ned, as a great millstone to rule well and teach well. Peace and blessings to you, sincere Akim, that are pushing this truth all over the four corners of the earth, week in and week out, in all truth and sincerity. The title of this lesson is going to be Robotic Technology is about to be unleashed on the people. All right, robotic technology is about to be unleashed on the people. And as you saw in the video clip, you know how this devil works in a problem reaction solution process. Okay, you know, he causes an issue, he causes a so-called problem, he gets to get a reaction out of the people, and you know, so he can come in with a solution. You know, like he makes different particular things happen so he could, you know, justify himself and reasons of implementing certain tactics, all right, certain devices, certain laws, you know, so the people sit back and say, you know, well, that's right, that's good, well, that should happen, and this and that, you know, worked in this type of situation, so it's okay, you know, when ultimately this devil has sinister ideas and thoughts and agendas in the back of his mind, so to speak. Okay. I want to go to Isaiah chapter 10 real quick, you know, because these different various so-called killer robots are about to be unleashed, you know, in a city near you. Okay, and they're going to be the new police task force, and these robots are more efficient, you know, they're cheaper, they don't need a paycheck, they don't need to take time off, okay, they don't get sick, all right, for the most part, they don't go against the orders, you know, of you know, whoever is establishing these different particular things, all right, you know, and these robots are very, very accurate, okay, and when we know this devil is a very calculated person, calculated man, okay, you know, and you know, he's very methodical in the things that he things that he does. He's very strategic. All right, you know, this is that that cunning hunter. All right, and he's using his tools. He's using his blessing, which is the sword. You know, he's using his technology very, very efficiently. And ultimately, this devil is the sword of the Most High Yahweh. All right, let's go to Isaiah 10 and 5. It says, O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. In the modern day Assyrian are these wicked elites who have been put in a position of power over you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Okay? It says, I will send him against a hypocritical nation, and that hypocritical nation is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It says, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge. So this man is going to be given a charge. He's about to be given the green light from the Most High Yahweh to come down hard against you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, with his blessing. All right, and everything else that circles around his blessing. Because these wicked elites, they know who you are, and they know who they are. They know that you're the Israelites. They know that they're the biblical Edomites. It says, will I give him a charge to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire of the streets, man. We're coming to the times of very harsh, bad times. Jacob's trouble, man, like a time that the earth has never seen, man. Okay? And our people don't have a clue what's going on. They're partying, they're bullshitting. Hey, they think the men that Yahweh Shem Yahushua set up all over the four corners of the earth are just a joke and they're just talking shit. What you're about to see the things that those men have been speaking for years upon years upon years, all right, come to pass right before your eyes. Like the scripture says, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. All right, let's go to Psalm 17 and 13 to further prove that the wicked is the sword of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. This is Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. Okay? So, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is about to execute his wrath upon you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans on a high level by the way of who? By the way of these Edomites, man. All right? By the way of these militaries, these militias, these robots, these drones. Okay? And the various technology the technology capabilities that Esau has, man. Because Esau has technology that we don't even know about. All right, what he's telling you and when he tells you he has and he got, that's just the tip of the iceberg. He has a whole lot more that he's not showing, you know, that he's not putting out on the forefront. All right, which is just you know, should be common sense to these people, because these everyday average people, they think that what is in the news, what they're telling us, all right, what they're showing us is all they got, and that's the breaking and latest technology, you know, and it just shows how you know how ignorant and foolish the majority of these people on the earth are, man. Okay. It says, "Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." You know, because it's lucky, because Jacob, you know, Jake, these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, they think that they're gonna be able to prevail and combat this devil, you know, with his blessing, you know, with their gun, with their ammunition, all right, coming together, banding together, you know, they think they strategically can come against these police task force, these militaries. Ultimately, they think they strategically can come against Esau, man. Well, hey, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all ain't got a chance, man. All right. Esau ain't got to send a human being, okay, against you. He can send RoboCop. All right. These different movies, RoboCop, Terminator. All right. Hey, these devils were telling you, you know, what their future plans were. And we're about to witness these Terminators, these RoboCops, all right? We're about to witness high-level robotic technology, all right, in our own communities, in our own cities. And we're going to witness uh, this devil coming down hard upon you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in a very efficient, prolific way. And ultimately, it's Yahweh Bashim Yahushai coming down on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And we gotta pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Well, we're part of that elect number that, you know, we can be protected in these times, man, because it's about to get real ugly out here. You know, it's about to get real ugly out here. Okay, let's go to Revelation 12:12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them." You know, and this is all these things that are happening concerning the prophecies, concerning the end times, okay, concerning calamity, concerning all hell break loose. This is a rejoicing matter, man. We're looking forward to these things. We're looking for these things to happen, okay. "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea." And that word woe means death and destruction, okay. It says, "Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." These wicked elites know that the time's coming to an end, so they're gonna come. They're coming with everything they got, okay. Like the song goes, hey, they're coming with everything they got, you know, against you Israelites, man. Okay, they know they're about to be stripped of their rulership, and they're going to become slaves under the hands of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. So they're going to do anything and everything to destroy you Israelites, man. And on another note, they know that certain men of the Lord are going to receive spiritual powers to the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. So that's another reason he's heavy in so-called perfecting his robotic technology. Not only his robotic technology, but also his you know, his mind control technology concerning his super soldier program. You know, hey man, you can do your research on, you know, which I may do another video on that concerning his super soldier program. You know, and Esau has also made movies about that, the Manchurian Candidate. All right, so not only are we going to see robots out here, but we're going to see half man, half human, half robot, so to speak, man. Okay, you know, and Esau is heavy in that field as well concerning these Iron Man suits. You know, the different bionic arms and bionic legs and different attachments that can be attached to human soldiers. Different technology circling around that MOTB concerning military programs, that they can put these CHIPs in these soldiers that can interact with different bionic attachments, okay, and virtual attachments for them to be more prolific on the battlefield. All right, you know. Let's read this again. Revelation 12:12. "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devils come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." He's not going to let his kingdom, you know, He's not gonna give his kingdom up. Okay, he's gonna go down with a fight. Okay, he's gonna go down with a fight. And we're entering into the time of Jacob's trouble. Which is gonna be like a time that the earth has never seen before, man. It's gonna trump all the previous troubled times of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Let's get that real quick. We can wrap it up on that. Let's go to Daniel chapter 12. Because you got a lot of these other camps teaching that we're not going to have a time of trouble, that it's not going to get bad out here, that Jacob's trouble already happened. Okay, they're basically whispering those sweet words unto you Israelites. Okay, so you'll what? So you'll keep supporting and keep following them. It says, this is Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble. And we're entering into that time of trouble. It's a time of not only sedition among men, famine, disease, martial law. Hey, our people getting thrown in concentration camps. Not only our people, but hey, all these nations, man. Okay, and these Edomites as well, man. Hey, when these wicked elites, execute martial law and all hell breaks loose. Hey, guess what? These other nations and Esau as well are going to be involved in the calamities that happen all over the four corners of the earth. It says, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. So what you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are about to experience and go through a great time of distress and trouble, harsh and bad times, contrary to whatever these so-called Christian pastors are telling you, contrary to whatever these other Israelites are telling you, man. All right, it says, and at that time that people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. So Lord willing, we're those who are written in the book, that we can be protected. All right, by Yahweh Shem Yahushai, by the angels that the Lord has set up. Okay, and that they will be protecting us in these times of calamity, in the times of all hell breaking loose, martial law. All right, in the times of then when those arrows get shot off. Okay, and then we can get beamed up into those ships and witness the great destruction of Babylon. All right, Lord willing, that was edifying. To the next time, Shalom.